Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Lillian Kogan, and today with me I have a very special guest, Annie Lee,
Hello.
Studying bio. So today in this program, on this episode, we will be talking about the one question that everyone always has on their minds and nothing else. Is there water on Mars, and was there ever water on Mars? Annie, what do you think?
Honestly, I had a mini astronomy class before, and we talked about that researchers have found H2O molecules in the atmosphere in the gas form on Mars, and what else? Oh yeah, we also heard about like rocks having evidence of water erosion on them. I don't know what exactly those things mean, but yeah, so I'm guessing there was water or there is water, but I have no idea.
Are you curious to learn more?
Extremely curious.
Well, get ready, put on your excited pants, because ladies and gentlemen, we have a show for you. So, do you know how they found water on Mars?
No idea.
They sent a rover, the Curiosity rover, in fact. He found clumps of rounded pebbles on Mars and compared those to similar sized scales of rocks on Earth. And you know what they found from that?
Water evidence?
Exactly. Those rocks that they were found mimic those on Earth that are found near streams. They're pebbles.
Interesting.
These rocks signify that they were formed by flowing water, meaning at one point there was a canal in which the water flowed through. Annie, I believe you have a question?
Yes. How do the scientists know that these rocks represent the existence of water?
Well, it's first of all, very interesting question. You're a very insightful young lady. To answer it, we must look at the evidence of the rocks collected by the Mars rover. So your very important question, thank you for it, by the way. The Curiosity rover discovered or sent images back to Earth showing 1 centimeter rocks. When you compare those rocks to rocks found in or near flowing riverbeds on Earth, there's almost indisputable evidence showcasing that there was at one point flowing water because of how these rocks appear.
Because they were round?
Yes, they are round and smooth. That's the important part. They have to be smooth.
That's really cool. Very, very cool.
You want to know another interesting fact?
Yes, please.
It's about something called hematite.
Oh.
You want to know what it is?
What are hematites?
It's something that's only found on Earth initially. Or it's only found in submerged water on Earth, but you want to know what?
They have it on Mars?
It was found on Mars. I know.
Mind blown.
So, how did all of this cultivate? What do you think?
I don't really know much about it. You're supposed to enlighten me.
Well, it's a quiz show.
Oh!
Annie, would you like to know what was done with this information?
It was analyzed.
Correct.
Ooh.
But you want to know another little tidbit about a favorite Bostonian?
Bostonian.
Yeah, where we are.
Interesting.
How funky. So, a wealthy Bostonian, his name was Lowell. Now, if you think about it a little, there's a town here named Lowell.
Oh, is it related?
I believe it is. So, Percival Lowell established his observatory in 1894 and was obsessed about the idea of irrigation canals, claiming that they were artificial on Mars, that they were dug by Martians. We obviously now know that's not true, that Mars used to be a very prosperous planet. But Lowell's canals became such a thing in the astronomical sphere. With combined visual and infrared images, they show the ancient river delta on Mars.
Wait, so from his observations, they saw ancient river delta on Mars. So there were rivers on Mars.
There was, or were, the river delta. It was on Mars.
That's really, really cool.
So it's cool because Lowell was right, partially. He was wrong about the alien part, but he was right about everything else. The fact that Mars dried up is showing us how planets evolve. Because it used to kind of be like Earth. It had water, it had stuff that comes out of water. It was awesome. So it largely had, or likely had, a really large atmosphere, similar to Earth's. But not anymore. Another interesting little tidbit there. Mars, you want to know actually what it is before I tell you? Do you want to guess?
Something about similarity between Mars and Earth?
Hi, buddy. You want to come here? Hello? Mars likely had a strong magnetic field in the past, like years ago, millennia ago. But it got switched off, so no longer could protect its atmosphere. So a lot of the early hydrogen from the H2O, the H in the H2O, you're a pre-med, why am I explaining this to you? The hydrogen in the water composition just escaped, causing Mars to dry up. So early Mars, it had a really hot core. So the interior of it was hot, meaning it had a stronger magnetic field, a large atmosphere, and it was formed, ready for this? Volcanic activity. Surprise.
Really?
Yeah, there's volcanic activity. Actually, one of the biggest volcanoes in the entire universe is still located on Mars. It's now gone dormant, but it's there.
Has it ever been active?
It used to be.
I mean, has it ever like erupted and people have seen it? Like caught it on, I don't know, some.
I don't believe so because I believe Mars dried up and lost its entire atmosphere.
Before we developed any technology to see it?
Exactly.
Okay.
So now, unfortunately, with everything escaping, Mars switching off its magnetic field, it now has a cool core, non-magnetic, no atmosphere. So, sad.
Nice.
And
Oh, I have a question.
yes, it's time for the Q&A portion of our little segment. Go ahead.
I mean, it's not completely unrelated, but it's not exactly related.
That's okay.
Some theories saying that humans might be able to migrate to Mars in the near future. Do you think that's a possibility because of the similar compositions of everything Mars, Earth related?
To answer your question, it actually is a very interesting question because it has a lot of answers, one of which I will give now. Yes, in theory, humans could migrate to Mars. The problem, though, is at this moment, there's not enough energy on Mars to have a new atmosphere. And tried and tested, humans cannot live without an atmosphere.
Fair.
We do need to breathe, and we do need...
Does Mars not have an atmosphere at all right
Not
now? Or it's
anymore.
just very thin atmosphere?
Does not have one
At all?
at all.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And the magnetic field is just gone, like it's just
No
gone
magnetic
whoop,
field.
and it's off.
So we need a huge power of energy thrown at Mars in order to make it habitable. But it's also several light years away, so it's going to take a while for us to get there. But yes, in
What
the
about
event...
Elon Musk's SpaceX situation?
What do I think about it, or...
No, like his goal is to get to Mars, and
Well, I mean, the guy's the richest human being on Earth with several $billion, so power to you, Elon.
boom! Here you go, magnetic field.
Honestly, if anyone would do it,
My butt is
you would.
hurting.
And we're back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now moving on to the Q&A period of this segment. Annie, do you have any burning questions?
Yes, I was wondering if Mars is a potential habitat for humans.
It's a very interesting question. Thank you for asking that. In theory, yes. The problem right now, though, there's no atmosphere. Humans need an atmosphere to live because we need all of the molecules in the atmosphere to help us survive. Furthermore, if there was enough energy shot at Mars to make it sound as graphic as possible, then perhaps we will be able to have a habitable planet.
And do you think Elon Musk is going to be the one who does this?
Answer the Elon Musk question. He's a billionaire. I mean, guy's the richest person on Earth. He's going to space for fun. I figured he'd try it out. He does have enough scientists behind him that they'll tell him what to do. Whether or not he'll do it is another question. Right now, I think he's trying to solve world hunger, I believe. So that's a question that we have to wait and see.
Okay,
Do you have any other burning questions before we finish off for the day?
one last question.
Ask away.
Have scientists found evidence recently of new formed H2O molecules on Mars?
So, Annie, to answer your final question, funnily enough, there is still water on Mars, just in very minute amounts. So, we'll see. We've never had a planet evolve, then devolve, and then evolve again. We gotta wait perhaps a millennia or two to find the definitive answer. Or unless technology becomes advanced enough, part of the construction. If technology becomes advanced enough, perhaps we'll be able to dictate and animate what we'll see in the future. But for now, that is the burning question.